Right now at noon, an officer-involved shooting investigation is underway following a police pursuit in Joplin.
After a clear and somewhat foggy start, clouds continuing to increase. We've got some changes on the horizon. A look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, city leaders say they are looking for solutions as they face pushback from an organization working with the homeless in Joplin.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Officials are investigating an officer-involved shooting out of Joplin this morning. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Samantha Walker. Authorities tell us a Joplin police officer attempted to pull over a suspected drunk driver near 26th and Main this morning at about 4 a.m. The officer followed the vehicle and then initiated a pursuit. Officials say the speeds reached up to 100 miles per hour in the chase. The vehicle crashed, and as an officer approached it, the driver drove towards the officer, prompting the officer to fire at the suspect's car. The pursuit then ended at 50th and Main near the Maverick gas station. An adult male was taken into custody. He suffered non-life-threatening gunshot wounds and was transported to an area hospital. Joplin police requested the Missouri State Highway Patrol to investigate the shooting as an outside agency. Now here's Chris with a look at your forecast.
Yeah, we had some dense fog from some locations earlier. This is a look from downtown Pittsburgh earlier this morning, where you can see it, fog had settled in with clear skies overhead. Others just had those clear skies, but we are going to see clouds increasing, already doing so through the morning, continuing to do so this afternoon. Again, another look from Rangeline, 20th and Rangeline, MoDOT camera there. Skies again were clear initially, but those clouds increasing as we get ready for some changes overnight tonight into our Thursday. We started yesterday at 36, so definitely above normal, and made it to 60 degrees. Not quite to a record, but still quite warm for this time of the year. And we're going to be pretty close to that again today as we go back into the upper 50s. As we go into Thursday, though, something to emphasize, any temperatures that are warm on Thursday are going to happen very early in the morning, which we're going to break down for you in just a moment. We'll have cloudy skies heading into the evening. Temperatures will actually level out for a while, hovering right around the mid-50s. Could get a couple isolated showers around 10, 11 o'clock. More isolated showers tomorrow. And overnight, winds increase out of the south, gusting to 35. And our temperatures will actually start to rise after midnight. And we'll reach our highs not 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon Thursday, but 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday before that cold front pushes through and temperatures drop. Go over those details with you. And the very gusty winds on the way here in just a few more minutes. Samantha?
Thanks, Chris. Southeast School District Board members voted to close a century-old building in Weir, Kansas. The main building of the elementary school came under close scrutiny earlier this year after water damage caused mold problems. Structural inspections revealed additional concerns throughout the facility, with potential repairs pricing up to at least $750,000, an amount the district says they cannot afford to pay. The current grade arrangements will remain in place, with pre-K through second grade remaining in adjacent buildings on the current elementary school grounds.
It's always sad when you have to consider closing a school building that's been a part of the community for such a long time. But you try to look for the positives that can come from that and the opportunities that lie ahead for us.
The board says it will continue evaluating the district's long-term classroom and facility structure in the coming months. Well, Joplin city manager fires back in a heated dispute with the outreach group, Hopeful Bites. The city says it wants to help the group continue serving meals to people in need, but city ordinances must be followed. KOAM's Blake Goley has the story.
Our intent was to partner and collaborate with them, right? We want Hopeful Bites to be successful in their work. It's great work.
Great work the volunteer outreach group is doing, serving community members in need meals currently outside City Hall. The city manager of Joplin says the city has worked to create paths for Hopeful Bites to continue serving the community, but adds that the city ordinances must still be followed.
There are better locations that don't interfere with the trolley stop, the loading and unloading of passengers from the trolley. Don't impede the sidewalks from people trying to access City Hall. And then there's also the food issues and being able to serve that safely so we're not getting people sick.
I'm standing in the parking lot behind City Hall in an area in which the city manager says is being offered to Hopeful Bites if they want to continue their outreach in downtown Joplin.
One of our thoughts was maybe they could use a section of the City Hall parking lot directly connected to City Hall, where people could come and gather the food that they needed.
But Hopeful Bites says the conversation needs to go beyond location, arguing the city must rethink how it addresses poverty and homelessness in the community.
My goal would be to get them to make a drastic change on how they are handling certain issues related to poverty in this community.
The volunteer group says they've been contacted by several organizations for assistance moving forward, options they say they are currently reviewing. Reporting in Joplin, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
Well, city officials say they remain open to continued conversations with the group, but stress the importance of safety moving forward. Well, thanks to KOAM's Toy Box campaign, many underprivileged children will be able to have a gift this holiday season. KOAM's Kenny Foreman introduces us to a Toy Box family in Joplin who appreciate the generosity of the community.
I got shoes on and
This Christmas, 4-year-old Lonnie has at least one item on his wish list.
got these wheels at Christmas. I got my dump truck and I got this another dump truck and my Christmas. I drive it all the way home.
But even a Lego dump truck wasn't always a guarantee for Taylor Romero and her family due to financial struggles.
My husband had lost his job, and then it took us a little minute to find another one and get back on our feet. And I'm in college full-time, so on top of that, raising 3 kids and trying to have a job and be in college full-time is harder than it seems.
Thanks to Taylor's friend, she got connected with Toy Box, which is paving the way for a Christmas they can all remember.
We've been, unfortunately, in a very bad financial situation, so honestly, they're the reason that my kids can have Christmas this year, which is definitely a joy for all of us, especially the littles.
And after not always having a Christmas she could dream of, she's thankful for all the support during the season of giving.
My kids wouldn't have Christmas this year, and he's at an age where he can actually remember it now. And I remember that there were times where we couldn't necessarily afford a grand special Christmas, and having the kindness of others to kind of help us through that really made my childhood better and different.
In Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
Taylor is encouraging everyone to donate to the Toy Box campaign in order for more children to have a present under the tree in addition to their own. Well, coming up, President Trump is again taking aim at Venezuela's economy in an effort to force the nation's president out of power. And later, we're making a roasted prime rib of beef in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. President Trump is ramping up his efforts to force Venezuela's president out of power. The president has ordered a blockade of sanctioned oil tankers using Venezuelan ports, taking aim at the nation's main source of revenue. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
It's the latest escalation in what's been a massive military buildup off the coast of Venezuela. President Trump announcing on social media he's ordering a, quote, total and complete blockade of all sanctioned oil tankers going into and out of Venezuela. He called the Maduro regime illegitimate, saying the government is using oil to fund drug terrorism.
No blood for oil. No war for oil.
The president's post comes a week after the administration seized a sanctioned oil tanker that had just left port and follows at least 25 deadly strikes on alleged drug boats. Navy Admiral Frank Bradley returns to Capitol Hill today to speak to the House and Senate Armed Services Committees on the strikes as Democrats continue to question their legality.
For all of their claims that this is about drug trafficking, this is about regime change.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Secretary of State Marco Rubio briefed all members of Congress Tuesday, but some lawmakers on both sides were left questioning the administration's overall strategy.
Is it the policy to take Maduro down? It should be if it's not. And if he goes, what's going to happen next?
Their policies in the Caribbean are unclear. We don't know what the limits are. We don't know where they'll stop.
Venezuela called President Trump's latest actions a reckless and grave threat, violating international law and free trade. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Well, still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Have you decided what will be the star of your holiday table this year? Whether you did or didn't, we have an idea that you will love.
We've got changes on the way. Cold front tomorrow morning brings our temperatures down. Could bring some rain chances. The latest when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at Noon on what is going to be another above normal day. And technically speaking, Thursday will be as well if you're up as early as some of us are at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it's going to start to get pretty chilly again. We're going to start that look from early this morning. Again, we had some fog set in around parts of southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, and you can see that fog downtown Pittsburgh from this morning. Thankfully, fog clearing out. Clouds, on the other hand, doing the opposite, increasing, and they will continue to do so as we head into the afternoon and evening. And those little green splotches you saw, that's Future Track saying a sprinkle might be possible with these clouds, but daytime rain chances are almost zero at this point. We'll have south winds 5 to 10. What's going to happen is we go around 10, 11 o'clock, could get an isolated shower here or there. Then we could have a few more ahead of this cold front. But after midnight, south winds increase, start gusting around 35 miles an hour. Our temperatures start rising after midnight. And for some of us, we're going to reach our highs, as I mentioned, as early as 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow morning because that cold front starts pushing in. Here we are at 3 a.m. and it's draped right across the region. We could have some showers behind it, ahead of it. Again, still the same two scenarios that we're looking at. Most of the computer data agrees that throughout the morning, spotty showers like this is as much as we're going to get. However, there's still the one that thinks we might get a little more rain coverage. And we're hoping for that one. We still have some drought conditions in the 4 states. We could use a little more rain. And we've seen in the past, sometimes that one is the one that has it right, and all the others have been wrong. So here's what it thinks might happen with that front. If the rain can get ahead of it, if the shower chances can get ahead of that front early tomorrow morning, we could get a few more scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two, nothing strong or severe, but it would help bring more rain to the area. However, if things don't play out exactly like that, then by about 8 o'clock, spotty showers is all we're going to have. Once we move past that front, skies begin to clear pretty quickly, actually, heading into late morning, early afternoon. But after 9, northwest winds begin ramping up across the area, and they start gusting pretty significantly as well. In fact, we have wind advisories already in place for southeast Kansas. These will go into effect officially at 9 a.m. tomorrow and run through 6 p.m. For Topeka Weather Office, which is these two counties here, those winds could gust upwards of 55 miles an hour. Wichita saying they could gust to 50 miles an hour. Outside of that, those northwest winds could still gust upwards of 40 to 45 miles an hour. So if you're heading out tomorrow, you need to be prepared for that. And while temperatures won't plummet behind that front, with those gusty winds, it's going to feel like they certainly did plummet because those temperatures will begin to gradually drop back for us through the day. So again, today, upper 50s, couple low 60s, not out of the question. Then we'll have a few isolated showers heading into early tomorrow morning, even late tonight. Temperatures level out this evening around the mid 50s. Once those south winds start increasing tonight, those temperatures again will rise to early morning highs into the upper 50s. By 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we're going to be looking at temperatures about 20 degrees or so cooler than that. So back into the 30s most likely, and then those northwest winds getting a little uncomfortable, a little breezy out there. We're a little below normal as well Thursday night, back into the mid-20s, back near normal for Friday. And then take a look, Christmas. It's not going to be a white Christmas, unfortunately, but it is going to be a very March-like Christmas. We go into the low to mid-60s, and so, I mean, I guess the one plus is you don't have to worry about any travel hazards at this point if you're traveling on Christmas. It's just, it certainly would be nice for it to maybe feel a little more like the holiday season. Samantha?
Thanks, Chris. We'll stick around. We're making roasted prime rib of beef in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Will you be wearing your holiday best for Christmas dinner? Well, if you are, you should cook your holiday best too. Howard's showing us how to make his roasted prime rib of beef in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
With Christmas dinner right around the corner, now is the time that you should be thinking about what to serve. How about going all out and serving prime rib? And just in case you're not familiar with how to cook one, let me show you, and it's really simple. We start by picking up a standing rib roast. I suggest getting it boneless, which makes it a whole lot easier when it comes to carving. As for the size, the rule of thumb is about 3/4 pound per person. Now, to give this lots of flavor, we rub it with a mixture of kosher salt, coarsely ground pepper, thyme, as well as some garlic and onion powder. Just make sure you place it on a rack, fat side up. This way, the drippings will help keep it nice and moist. Okay, into a hot oven it'll go to seal in its juices. And after a bit, turn down the oven so it cooks low and slow. Takes about 20-25 minutes per pound for medium rare. And once it's done, tent it with foil and let it rest for about 15 minutes. This keeps it juicy. While it's resting, we'll deglaze the pan with a bit of red wine and some beef broth. What you end up with is slice after slice of pure heaven. After one bite, you'll know why this is one of my favorites. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our roasted prime rib of beef so you can share one of my family traditions with your family and friends. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we unveiled a special way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, again, we're looking at temperatures upper 50s today, technically upper 50s early tomorrow morning, and then those temperatures begin to drop through the day. Looking at winds out of the northwest across the region that could gust anywhere from 45 to 55 miles an hour. We'll be a little colder Thursday night, near normal Friday. Temperatures warming back up again into next week. No white Christmas, but a warm one. Temperatures around the mid-60s.
Well, thanks, Chris. Well, what do you have coming up for us tonight?
Well, a whole lot coming up at 5. For starters, college students are developing ways to use artificial intelligence for public good, creating a voice bot to help tackle hunger. The students hope their AI project will better connect members of the public in need of food services with food pantries that can help. Plus, the Carthage Technical Center and Habitat for Humanity celebrate the completion of a full home remodeled by students. And Columbus second graders spread holiday cheer by caroling around the community. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
Well, those all sound great, Dow. Thank you so much. That's the news for now. Thank you for joining us for KOAM News at noon. Have a great afternoon.